All right, we're back looking at the idle in this van again. I thought that I had fixed this before, but it's proved not to be the case. It was running okay for a while, but then it was just not not staying running when you were at traffic lights and stuff or coming to a stop. Would just cut out. You had to keep your foot on the accelerator to keep the engine running when you were stopped. So basically, yeah, we're going to just have a look at that now again and see if we can make some adjustments to the carburetor to improve things. Now, I've done a few adjustments there to the carburetor. One of the things, basically, I ran through the whole procedure again, adjusting the idle screws and the bypass screws on the carburetor. You can see that you can see the actual procedure in one of my other videos, which put a link in the top there. But yeah, so I started by resetting this throttle screw here, so that the throttle can kind of sit in the right place on the cam. That's quite a fine adjustment. It's kind of like there's a few quarter turns and things that you need to get it like sitting properly. And also the engine has to be fully warm when you do it. So you're basically setting it as if the engine had been running out on the road for a while, and that's where you want the idle to sit when you're making these adjustments. So that's why you let it warm up completely. I then sort of fiddled with the idle screw a bit to kind of get the RPMs up, and then I turned the larger screw, the bypass screw at the top of the carb a little bit to kind of stabilize the idle then, and then let it get sit where it wants and where it feels comfortable to sit. Yeah, it's not exactly very scientific, but you know, it's really just where your engine seems happiest, really. But the most important thing is that the idle is stable, that it's not moving up and down all the time, and that one way you can really test it is you just ram the throttle completely open, and then let it go back down. And if it dies immediately, you need to keep adjusting. But then once you've been able to do a full open throttle and let it go, and then it returns to a stable idle and doesn't die, then that's what you want. You've got your engine roughly tuned to where you need it to be, and that's enough to get it running. So we'll take it out on the road now for a drive, and we'll see how it runs. All right, we're up here in the Dublin Mountains on the old military road. This is a great place to test drive your car. I used to take my old Volkswagen Corrado up here back in the day. So it's a nice big long, mostly empty stretch of road. So yeah, we're going to put the van through its paces here. So let's see how it performs. Sounds good so far. All right, so yeah, here the van's performance is absolutely transformed. It's actually, you're able to stop at traffic lights and it's not cutting out. You're able to idle, coast down hills and stuff like that. It won't cut out, and take turns and take your foot off the accelerator. Whereas before, like, the idle was all over the place and it wouldn't stay stable at all. You basically couldn't drive it like that. But now, it's just amazing. It's like, it's completely different beast altogether.
Okay, so now that the van's running really well, we're going to give the vacuum advance distributor a quick test here. So this essentially brings in all the advance based on the throttle when you create vacuum in the carburetor when you're pressing the throttle. So we're going to try a quick 0 to 60 kilometers an hour dash in the van here, just to see how that responds. So it should be pretty instantly responsive. So here we go. Now, folks, I hope you're timing this. Getting up to 60 now. Okay, that's as close to 60 as I want to take it on this road. It's really bumpy. Mechanical advanced distributor that I used to have in this van was very that was based on engine RPMs, so like it would advance based on kind of like whatever speed the engine was rotating, which isn't great for like when you're taking off from traffic or from a stop or whatever, because it takes a second or two. There's a bit of a delay for it to come in. This distributor vacuum advance in comparison is much it's just much more natural for driving. You see, like, mechanical advanced distributors have been, people were putting them into vans historically, I think, because they were used in racing and stuff like that. But racing is not what this van is about at all. Vacuum advance is just much more. It's much better just for general traffic and like just normal driving. So back from the drive, that was pretty successful all around, I thought. Really, the van was running very well. Just no problems at all. Like no cutting out and nothing. Like it was performed very, very well. So like, this is kind of where the RPMs are there at the moment. It might go down a bit, but like, we can give the engine a rev now, and there you see, like it settles straight back down to a nice idle, no problems at all, which is really where you want it. Couldn't ask for more than that. Very happy with it. It's perfect now. It's just good to be able to drive it without worrying about it cutting out in traffic or anything like that. It's very, it's a good feeling to have the confidence in it, So, that's it. Well, hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in another one.